Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Stationeers getting started. And today we're actually just gonna do a bit of the opposite of that because today we're gonna make some things go boom. Now, we've set up a fair few systems here. We've got solar, which is a little harder to make go boom. We've got some oxygen things, some housekeeping, some all kinds of stuff. We got a furnace here. And we're going to look at kind of if you made a few mistakes, what happened or what would happen. We're just going to look at some of the destructive capabilities of, well, the systems we've set up. And for starters, we're gonna do the obvious. I'm gonna go ahead and walk in, get inside here. We've got a few things in here that are a bit dangerous, shall we say. I go ahead and open my helmet, turn my light on. We have a box of mining supplies somewhere. Portable generator, mining supplies. Here we go. Ah, yes. Actually, before I do that, let me go ahead and grab a quick save here. And we're gonna go ahead and unpack our mining supplies. And yep, spare mining belt, all kinds of things. And now we've got these. I've got 6 mining charges. Let's go ahead and step outside to do this to begin with. And we'll cover the obvious first, which, well, are the explosives we started with that we haven't really addressed what we're doing with them. Normally, you don't really need to use these. It'll destroy a fair little chunk of terrain. It'll drop the ore pieces out. So if I take this guy, I'm gonna go ahead and split one. And as you see, when you click on these and you get the little stuff here, you have the normal splits and you have an arm. You can also arm this by just dropping it, aiming at the little pad in the center, and pulling the switch. That will arm it, it'll start a countdown, and it'll blow. So let's do this one a little safely. Pull it. Step on back. Let me go ahead and activate my jetpack. You hear a little beep that happens, and boom! Look at that. I get a bunch of iron ore. I can now jump over in here and pick up and enjoy for our smelting purposes. Go ahead and toss all that in here. Might as well not waste the iron, right? And now you can probably see real quick how that's gonna go bad if I say using floorage like we were in the beginning of this. It's just storage on the floor, and say I had struck this and I went to pick it up and I wasn't paying attention. I could accidentally do that. You can disarm it, but if I armed it and didn't realize I armed it, well, I mean, you saw what it did to the ground. Now let's watch what it's going to do to the base. Ah, not great, right? So it didn't actually take too much out of here, but you can see a bunch of things have damage now. And you do that a few times, you're gonna start blowing holes into things. Like, oh, the APC is almost toast from that. That's got damage. Those have got damage. Our printers all have some damage now. Just ooh, not super great, right? Let's actually take a look. If I drop a bunch of these, so if I go 1, 2, 3, actually give me this one. And let's say we arm them all. Let's say we get a look at what happens if some of these blocks do actually break. The obvious, my base is going to decompress, but let's see what some damaged things look like. There they go. That's my airlock gone, that's my pipes gone, that's my autolathe dead, and my hydraulic pipe bender so dead that it just dropped the ore out, and even some of that ore has some damage to it. What was it? Oh no, that's just the frame below. This ore can get damaged, but I guess they were protected by the pipe bender. But with an autolathe dead, you're more or less at a dead end, because you can't make another autolathe. The autolathe is made in the autolathe. So if you lose your autolathe, it's kind of game. So that happened, and then well, yeah, blew this. That opens this. That's gonna start killing my plants. Yeah, Yeah, this potato is not growing, will never fruit. Potato is a low pressure environment, it's just gonna start decaying. Yeah, we are toast. So, I'm gonna go ahead and reload real quick. And here we go. Even before I opened up the mining supplies, which is nice. So, that's sort of the obvious. Don't let the explosives go off in your base. The next thing we're gonna look at is sort of this system here. So if I toss in my air tank, we know it's gonna charge. I've already removed the where did I put that? Oh, there it goes. I've already removed the pressure regulator where we were allowed to set how much pressure we wanted to go into this side and sort of maintain that. These tanks do overpressurize, just like this will overpressurize and cause a catastrophic thing. This can overpressurize. All kinds of things can go wrong. So let's look now at what would have happened if we used a volume pump here. Volume pumps do sort of work here, and if I max out the volume it pushes through. Volume pumps fill tanks, but it happens way too quickly. So let's kind of see the damage this can happen if you overpressurize your tank. If you have this, you click it, try to go do something else, and then come back real quick. Kind of what would have happened there. Click it. I'm going to wait. We see pressurizing up. I don't think I'll be able to get my... Oh, yes, I can. Canister we see is way too full. Give it a second. Ah! I was waiting for that to happen. And I died. That explosion caused another explosion that caused another explosion that caused just
pressure critical.
My whole base. So if you hit escape, if you ever do die, and you're just like, oh, nothing's working, press the escape key. The escape key will bring you up your respawn thing, and this is a perfect chance to talk about respawning. You have unlimited lives, technically. And the difficulty of we're playing on standard, when you respawn, go ahead and click it here, we just sort of appear back in the world near where our original spawn was. So our original little pod was like right here, so you spawn back where you started. And if we take a look at the stuff we have an emergency spacesuit helmet, emergency EVA suit, and an emergency tool belt. Nothing else, really. So, you click on these things, you don't have anything in them. They are just emergency bits. And they only last for so long. Once I take it off, it's gonna start decaying and it's just gonna die. Potato. But look at that damage that thing caused. Because that, ooh. Yeah. Whew. Don't overpressurize your tanks, people. Because that blew up, that caused this tank to blow up, that exploded this, and this released out a bunch of fuel that probably ignited in the air and just, ew. Yeah, the water tank survived. Wasn't that nice? Here you go, plants. You like water, right? Oh, but look at, oh, the catastrophic. That even took out the furnace. And you get this nice little wreckage stuff. Now, wreckage we could throw into a recycler and break it down to like a reagent that we could run through a centrifuge and get some of the resources back for things. So if you get wreckage and you're really trying to min-max things, it's worth holding on to. Otherwise, just sort of toss it all. Oh, it didn't blow up my my oxygen tank. It only blew up it. So that one tank itself exploded. But yeah, look at oh, it mined some gold for me. It mined some ice for me. Yeah, look at this massive amount of. I have the on-off switch for what I assume. Oh, was a either like the APC or this knob is probably from a transformer, but ugh. Also your little emergency kit doesn't have a jetpack. So if you get into a situation, just note you're in that situation. And I guess we can go over the tools real quick. Your emergency tools, you have everything. But like I said, once you drop these things, and we'll drop the tool belt here just to demonstrate it. It just starts decaying. You get an emergency arc welder, screwdrivers, all these things. Drop that. Yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot of power, but you see, it's starting to take damage very rapidly, just being out in the world. Now I can throw it back on, it'll stop that damage if you accidentally drop something, but they are meant to despawn. So they're just going to decay and decay and decay and decay and decay until eventually they just poof out of existence. And that's sort of your respawn cycle. If you didn't destroy your base as much as I just did, holy, you can just come back if your auto lathe survived. Oh, 80% damage, barely. And you can see that you can get restarted if you have a means of pushing power somewhere, and I don't have any spare batteries. So this would be a slow death cycle. I have the things needed to make more stuff. We have resources in them to print things. Only problem is I have no power for them to actually operate. Actually, I guess some of my solar panels did survive. I could grab them, connect them directly in, hopefully survive long enough for the sun to come up and try and recover there, but yeah. So, we're not going to deal with that, and I'm just going to reload. Ah, and here we are, back in an unexploded base. Lovely. I like blowing things up. It's fun. Let's go ahead and put this pressure regulator back here. And set it at 6K. That's, nope, that's my mining belt. I need... Oh, where's my... I see my label maker. Here we go. The dead battery. Go ahead and rectify that, please. Thank you. All right, set you back to 6,000. Confirm. Nice. You're kind of a set and forget type of situation, so just turn it on. Ah, and that's one of the other things that can go wrong is overpressurization. This gas tank can take it. This oxygen tank can get overpressurized. It obviously holds quite a bit more. This, not only if it overpressurizes, but also if you can ignite the fuel inside of it. Just like fuel ignites in our furnace, if I put too hot of gas to this thing, it will also explode. And we can actually go ahead and take a look at that one as well. So I'm going to take my tank off here. Give me my hand drill. I'm going to have my hand drill that doesn't have any battery charge in it. All my batteries are dead. Charge your batteries, people. We're going to take that. And I've got some pipes and things on me. So let's take this outside. And look at what can go wrong if I accidentally ignite the fuel in here. There are various ways to ignite it. I'm gonna, barely get it through the airlock. Drop that down. But yeah, like I said, there are various ways to ignite it. Your most common one is going to be sort of what I'll demonstrate here in a second, is accidentally pushing gas that's too hot over into it. So if I connect this up here, get a wrench, can I? All right, please. Thank you. There. Yeah, if I get it here and then I go and say up. Oh, I'm going to need this to drop down. And I accidentally connect this either on the wrong side, or even if I connected it on this side and I open this valve, it would push into here and start igniting. But we'll look at it if it's stuck in a closed circuit, shall we? So there that goes. That fuel is now in here. You see this pressure is rising. This pressure in here will be dropping because these are linked up. Now, if I accidentally hit this and ignited this, this is also going to ignite the fuel inside of this bad boy, which we see is mixed with everything that was in this guy here now. And not great. It's not at auto ignition temperature, so immediately it's not going to destroy me. But if I go ahead and hit this, watch the pressure spike on that, and this pressure spike on that, and I'd rather not die this time. I'd rather get a good view of that. Hopefully there's enough fuel in there for it to actually go. We'll see. There should be.
Cognition critical.
Ah!
Health critical.
I was flying back in because I was like, oh, maybe there's not enough fuel in there for it to explode. There was just enough. It just took a little longer than I figured. There was enough fuel in there to explode that. Whoops. Let's take a look at the damage that is caused. Go ahead and respawn here. Ow. Oh. A little bit of damaged iron. Okay. Bunch of damaged iron. There's still fireballs happening. Um, oh, look at the size of this crater. I don't have a jetpack, but jeez Louise. Hey, you see that tank's destroyed? The furnace is destroyed. All the things. That has definitely destroyed our auto lathe. Yeah, all of our printers are gone. Oh, there's my body. Yes. We found it this time. Your body. My body is here. It seems to have survived. Now you can access your old body and see all my old stuff is here. I could throw on my old helmet. I could throw on my old suits, get our jetpack on, and we can actually well, I couldn't pick up from here because I don't have a stinking auto lathe or whatnot anymore. So I can't print new things, which is not great. But my batteries and things are fine. Not my plants or whatnot. But yeah, if my auto lathe had survived, or if I had a spare auto lathe, which is always a good suggestion, is when you have enough excess resources, print a spare auto lathe and either go bury it in a hole somewhere. That way you've always got the spare auto lathe and like a charged battery or something to go with it with an APC. Get this out of my way. That way you always have at least a backup situation to happen. But yeah, this is great. So we can overpressurize things. We can overpressurize our fuel thing because as we ignited the fuel in it, when it's heating up, and two, it starts expanding, which is what causes our explosion. And yeah, don't really want to lose all these things, do we? But one more reload, and we'll look at the final thing that we sort of have set up here immediately. There are a lot of other things that can go boom, but the final thing we have set up is the furnace, and the furnace can also get over pressurized. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a quick reload, and I'll see you in just a moment. And back once more into the fray. Close my helmet, actually. I'm going to reload here in a minute anyhow, but I don't want to listen to low hydration. There we go. All right, now step out here. And we're going to look at the furnace now. Now, I've gone ahead and already, before this episode even started, I've mined up some extra oxides and volatiles and things. And we're going to look at this bad boy exploding. Now, one stack of oxide and volatiles will explode this furnace. So, do be careful. But I'm going to drop in a couple of stacks of things. Make sure that's closed. Make sure we're good to go. Yep, you're closed off. So I'm going to drop in a couple of stacks of things here. There we go. And see, the pressure's rising, not at auto ignition temperature, so it's not ignited, but it is incorporating all of those volatiles into there, and it's incorporating all of the oxygen in there to work as the oxidizer. So much so that pollutant is liquefying in there, but I'm less concerned about that for what we're about to do. So all of it's in there. If I go ahead and hit this button and start igniting. Ooh. You heard that groaning? That groaning is pipes being overpressurized. And actually, we can go over that too. But that happened so quickly because there was so much fuel. Look at the temperature still.
Low pressure.
Oh, wait, if I respawn in time, we might be able to see the fireball still. Oh, yeah. All those volatiles were unignited. So, yeah, they're still burning off. Ooh. Yeah, look, just walking over here, it's 425 over in this direction. Can I make the jump? No, I cannot. It's 800 some odd. Ooh. Yeah. I didn't start the fire. I swear I didn't blow up my furnace. I've got a bunch of ingots laying on the ground. Yeah. So much destruction. And that can happen if you accidentally, because you can accidentally just throw in items, as we kind of saw a little previously. You can just accidentally toss in an item. And if you accidentally tossed in, say, a mining backpack that had a bunch of oxide and volatiles in it, or your mining belt itself that also had those in it, it's going to incorporate all the things that were in those things. And just like this happened very quickly, it can also happen very quickly for your bags, and this will blow up in a heartbeat. There's our bot. Oh, our suit was destroyed. You can see our suit's gone too.
Oh. But I did have a thought when we were doing that. There's a couple of other things we can talk about overpressurizing, and that's sort of pipe networks. So let's go ahead and hit one more reload, and I will see you when we're ready to blow up some pipes. And back we are. So we're gonna blow up some pipes. I'm gonna blow up because I more want to go over the sound they make. So if you ever hear this sound, you need to start scrambling out and looking for what's causing this noise. So check all your pipe networks and things. But yeah, I think we'll do this. I need my data disk because I need to unlock some things for my airlock. So my activate inside, yeah, that way I can manually move it. So give me that, and then give me my tools. I want to take a wrench off here. Now, pipe networks, like we've already spoken, have a limit to them. The pipe networks explode at about 60 megapascals. That's their pressure limit. They can't hold any more pressure than that. And usually it takes a while to get there. But there's enough air in this base that'll get this to that very quickly if I just click this on. And we can watch this start shooting up. And it's just going to take more and more and more. It's just going to pressurize and pressurize until it hits that point, and you'll start seeing stress build up. And if you ever get liquid in your pipes, it'll start making the same noise as the stress builds. And there it is. That noise. So if I turn this off, that groaning will just constantly happen. Yep. Yeah, that. And right now, just because I'm hearing that noise, my pipe network's not going to explode necessarily, but it's getting close, and something is causing it to get close. It'll just keep groaning like this indefinitely for me because I've stopped it before its explosion piece. But if I keep going, like so, it'll eventually get to that point where it does blow. Terminal is very limited. Come on. I guess that vent's too weak to continue. So if I close that off then, if that vent is too weak, we can artificially, just like picking up a piece will move where all the air is. If I pick up a piece here, we get that pressure's spiked, and now it's over capacity, and now it's just gonna blow. Stress isn't really gonna build, it's just gonna, hey, I'm over, and something's gonna give. Wait for it. All those groanings. Just. Yep. Eventually, one of these will blow. At 63, it'll take a second for one of the pieces to blow. I would really like to pull a second piece if I could get my face in there. Dang it. And I could try this, right? And there. This will blow a little more quickly now. Give it just a moment. And there it goes. Something had to give, and, well, the only pipe piece in the network gave. And now it's just letting out all the pressure that was in there. Just spilling it back into whatever atmosphere, this being the base in this instance. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. But yeah, just being the base in this instance. And I can just pick this pipe up if I was like, oh, I don't care, just get rid of it. And whatever was left in there, it just got rid of. So, yeah, and that happened with the same piece of pipe that's outside as well. But all those groanings and gruntings and things, not super comforting, are they? They're very, very worrisome when you start hearing those noises. But that is going to do it for this episode. I just really wanted to blow some things up and show you sort of the things that have gone wrong and kind of why we used a pressure regulator in this section versus using a volume pump. Why we don't throw a ton of volatile ice in there. Why we don't, kind of ignite and use this fuel in a direct thing. Like, we could use fuel to run our furnace, but you need to build a section in between where I pump a little bit of fuel in, and then I can let that fuel go into the thing. So, like, we could use a volume pump and some pipes to pull fuel out of this, push into the furnace, and then ignite the furnace side. Because the gas won't go back through the volume pump and so on and so forth. Like, it's just some of the systems that could go wrong. And I honestly, I really just wanted to blow some things up. But that's going to do it for this episode. Kind of demonstrating the destructive nature of just pressure itself. Because this one, that was the first huge, massive failure we did, was, well, I mean, it was just pressure. It was just oxygen that went in here. It blew up. It didn't actually blow up the... Did it blow up the fuel tank? I think it blew up the fuel tank. But it blew the fuel tank, the water tank. Oh, yeah, just the oxygen water tank survived. But it blew up. That caused another subsequent explosion, and just... badness can happen if you're not careful. And the groaning of the pipes, because that stuff is, ooh, nightmare fuel almost. But, that is, like I said, it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the explosions, a bit of departure from you know, less how to set things up and more of what if style thing if we had done a few different things or if we had made a few mistakes. But next time we will be back onto another system that is going to be very beneficial and, you know, help you get a bit of variety in the game. And that's going to be trading, because we've got some money on us and we need to spend it. But we'll go over setting up some traders and getting some different things and some of the things you can get from traders in the next one. And I hope to see you all there. If you enjoyed this one, thanks for stopping by. If you didn't enjoy it, well, thanks for stopping by. And remember, everyone, to stay safe out there.